Hey guys, Malcolm here at Bugout Brothers, and today I'm going to show you what I keep inside my Bugout bag. Stay tuned. So I live inside Washington, D.C., which I know is not the best place to be a prepper, but my parents live about 70 miles away in Maryland. So my bug out plan would be to bug out to my parents' house. So when I was designing my bag, I designed it to last me long enough to get to hike from here to my parents' house. I know that'd take me a couple of days. I'd have to camp out a few times. But that was kind of my mentality when I was building my bug out bag. So first, let's talk about the bag. I've got a S.O.C bag, S.O.C, and that does not stand for Special Operation Command, which I kind of assumed at first, but instead it stands for Sandpipers of California. But regardless, it is a pretty good bag. I have no complaints about this bag. The more I use it, the more I like. Only thing I guess that I would like to see is just more MOLLE. You're kind of limited. I'm limited attaching 2 items to the front. I would have liked to see some more MOLLE, I don't know, on the bottom or the sides here. But I'll start with the outside of the bag. So on the outside, I got my pair of gloves. I've got my Gerber handsaw. And I've got a first aid kit that I got when I was over in Afghanistan. This has got all kinds of great shit in here. Everything that you'd really need. So my bag weighs 26 pounds altogether, and it's a good amount of weight. But I know I've done rock marches with a lot heavier bags than this before, so I know I could pretty confident I can make 70 miles with this bag in a few days. It's got the chest straps, it's got the abdominal straps. This makes a huge difference. I love having abdominal straps on your bug out bag or on any bag when you're hiking like this. So yeah, again, it's a very comfortable bag. I've got a lot of gear in here. Well, let's open it up and see what I got in here. So one of the features that I like most about this bag is how the main compartment opens up. Because the main compartment opens up kind of like a suitcase, just like that. And this is really nice having access to all your gear. This is really helpful for when you're packing gear. You can really, utilize all the space properly. So to start off, I carry 2 MREs with me. I don't know if you guys ever eaten one of these before, but they are just packed full of calories. Like one of these is probably enough calories to last you a day. So I've got 2 of these. If you're really in a pinch, you could definitely stretch these out over, maybe 1 for every 2 days, maybe further if you really had to. So I carry 2 of those. I've got a water purifier bottle here. So you put, stream water in here. It's got a little charcoal filter, and it comes out pretty clean. Has a little funky taste to it. But I carry that with me, so food, water is taken care of. I've got YoYo traps. I love these things. You can use these for fishing as well as making snares for small games. These are incredibly useful, and I highly recommend everybody should have a box of YoYo traps, or just a few YoYo traps in their bug out bag. I've got my cooking ware here. Inside I've got pots, pans, knives, forks, cups, everything you need. It's very lightweight. It's designed for camping. It's very compact as well. Okay, I've got my ENO Hammock. This thing is incredibly lightweight, and it is incredibly comfortable. I would prefer this over a sleeping bag and a sleeping mat. My back used to always kill me when I slept on the ground. Even if you get the thickest mat or an air mattress, like, you can still feel every rock and every stick that is underneath your tent. So I love that I've switched over to using a hammock now instead of a sleeping bag and tent. So to go with this, I've got the Hennessy Hammocks tarp for their tent, for their sleeping bags. ENO makes a tarp as well, but I've read bad reviews about it saying that it's only 6 feet wide, so it's just barely enough to cover your hammock. This one, I believe, is 10 feet by 12 feet wide, so it's very, very big. And if you got into a pinch and it's like pouring down rain, you can also use this just to build a real quick primitive shelter. I've got some straps to go along with the hammock to strap it to a tree. Then in here, I've got a waterproof bag, and I've got a change of clothes. So if I'm bugging out, I am assuming that I'll probably be in civilian clothes, and it's a really good idea to have a set of civilian clothes as well as a set of camouflaged clothes. You know, sometimes you want to be seen, sometimes you don't want to be seen, and it's important to know when those times are. So I keep this rolled up in this waterproof bag here, just like this. Well, she gets air out first, and then you just kind of roll it up a couple times, and you clasp it together. And there you go, you got a really solid waterproof bag. So that's it for my main compartment. Another thing I love about this S.O.C bag is just how much stuff I can fit in here. There are so many little pockets in this bag, and how they design it, everything is just incredibly accessible. So I can open this up. I've got some yellow cordage here. I've got the Grylls Ultimate Survival Knife. If you're not familiar with this, I actually did a review video all about this knife. I've got mixed feelings about it. Let's just say that. I would have loved to been able to strap this to the molly gear up front, but they don't incorporate that into the sheath. That's a whole nother story. So coming along, I've got oral hygiene products. So I got a toothbrush and some toothpaste. You know, if in a real shit hits the fan situation, you know, let's say, God forbid, our economy collapsed or something, oral hygiene is going to be huge. You know, if you get a cavity, that's going to affect you tremendously, and there's really no pretty ways of taking care of that yourself. You really need a dentist for that. So it's very important to take care of your teeth in a shit hits the fan situation. I picked this up somewhere. I thought it was kind of interesting. It's just a water bottle that you can fill up. It takes up almost no space whatsoever, and it's incredibly light. So I don't know, I threw it in there. Got some hand warmers. I've got another hand warmer, some glow sticks, quick little poncho, one of those heat blankets, one of the NASA blankets that reflects your body heat back to you. Some fishing hooks. This is very good for sustainable living. This is a little emergency prepper kit I got somewhere. It's got some fishing lines, some matches, and some sewing stuff. I just kind of threw that in there. Some more glow sticks. That's it for that pouch. I've got some cordage. I used to use this to hang up my hammock. Now I bought these straps here. Work a little bit better. And again, everything's so organized in here, and I just love how accessible all these pockets are. I've got 2 bandanas, one darker, one bright. Again, sometimes you want to blend in, sometimes you want to stand out. So that's why I carry 2 of these. These can be used for first aid, they can be used for filtering water, they can be used to carry material. You know, you can make a little bag out of it. These have a lot of uses. Okay, I've got some emergency candles here. Let's see, these guys burn for several hours. I want to say 8 hours a piece. This could be very nice to have in certain situations. That's it for that bag. So probably one of the most important items in this entire bag is a little survival guide. If I had to choose one item to go out in the wilderness with, I would choose the survival guide. This is going to teach you how to get food, how to get water, how to get shelter, how to build a fire. Everything that you need to know is in this little manual here, and this is incredibly important to have with you. This is also really nice to have. It's a crank radio flashlight. All right, so this is essentially a flashlight and a radio that is never going to die on you. You can crank it, you can use solar power, you can also charge USB devices with this. So this little guy is really nice to have. Even if you're just camping, I bring this along with me. And if you're just, field testing your bug out bag and you're just out in the woods alone, having just a radio and some music is an incredible morale booster. I got some Ziploc bags. Again, these are really nice to have. Keep certain items dry. You can keep water in them. If let's say you catch a squirrel, right, and you skin it and everything, and you cook the meat, you can keep the meat in these bags after you cook it. Or if you want to hold on to the guts, use them as bait for fishing lure or something, you can stick the guts in here. I think a lot of people really overlook having some baggies with them, and it takes almost no space. It takes almost no weight. Like, you might as well throw a few of those in there. Road map, another thing I think a lot of people overlook. Again, it's very light, doesn't take up much space, but if I'm bugging out to my parents' house, like my plan, I might have to circumvent certain areas. I might not want to go on the main roads. I might want to take back roads, and this is really going to come in handy. You can also just kind of look at the map to see where roads aren't, and go to the most remote places. This is very important to have. You got to assume your GPS is not going to work for you. I got a little fire starter here. Really nice to have. I've also got a fire starter on my Bear Grylls survival knife in there. I got a compass. These are, I don't necessarily need them in my bug out bag, but these are trail guides to the Appalachian Trails in Maryland and in Virginia. I use these just for when I'm hiking, but I keep them in there anyway. It's a good spot to keep them. Little flashlight, nothing special. Okay, got another Ziploc bag with the water purifying tablets inside them. You put, I think, one of these tablets in a big container of water. You let it sit there for a little while, and it purifies the water. It kills any bacteria. It leaves a funky taste, but it kills any negative or any bad bacteria that may be in there. Okay, on to the final little pocket here. And what do I got? I got more Ziploc bags with waterproof matches. These matches, again, my goal is just to get to my parents' house, so this is more than enough matches to last me maybe a week or so that would take me to hike that far. I've got a more powerful flashlight and some hand warmers. A little gay magnet. So that's it, guys. That's everything I have in my bug out bag. Now, I've actually noticed two things that I do not have that were in here. I must have taken them out. That is a couple bottles of water, just in case I only need this for a day or two. Just to have some water with you to start off is really great. And a 550 cord. I had it in here. I think I took it out because I was playing around with it a couple of weeks. So that's bad on me for not being prepared. But that's everything I keep in my bug out bag. I think this is more than enough gear to sustain me in the wilderness while I try to hike that 70 miles to my parents' house. So that's it, guys. That's everything that I keep inside my bug out bag. Now, something to keep in mind is you don't want to just create a bug out bag, go stick it in a closet and forget about it. You want be field testing this thing, you know, and you constantly updating it, changing it around, tweaking it. You know, I've used that hammock before. I didn't like the ropes that I used. I went out and bought some new straps. I've had other cookware in there before. I didn't like it. I went out and bought some lighter weight stuff that's more compact. You know, I'm always changing this, adding stuff to it, sometimes taking stuff away if it's too heavy. You know, you want to be really flexible in what you keep inside your bug out bag and constantly testing it and updating your bag. So this is what my bag is right now. You know, a year from now, it might be different. I'm interested to know what you guys think of my bug out bag. You know, what would you add to it? What would you take away? If you guys have any suggestions for me, you know, let me know down in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more great bushcrafting and bug out videos.